Hey guys, this is Kami. So, as you know, the Gemini Cup registration period is starting today on the 7th of September, which, let's be honest, it's not exactly mid-September like CY Games claimed. Anyways, a little late, but this is the Gemini Cup guide I think many of you have been waiting for. Let's get into the actual guide. First, the race course. This cup is going to take place on the Tenno Shore Spring course. So what does this mean? The fireball green skills here include Spring Runner, Right-Handed, Kyoto Race Course, Standard Distance, Firm Conditions, and Sunny Days. These will all give you situational bonuses that add up quite a bit over such a long race. Spring Runner and Right-Handed gives you speed, Kyoto Race Course and Standard Distance give you stamina, Firm Conditions gives you power, and Sunny Day gives you guts. All of these bonuses are plus 40 for a single circle and plus 60 for a double. Other generally strong skills include things like long or running style straightaways and corner skills, inside scoop, and pressure. And S for the long distance aptitude is also very strong. And for enclosures specifically, straightaway spurt is one of the most valuable skills you can bring. Next, stamina requirements. Now this is where things start to get tricky. Even if you have 1200 stamina, that alone isn't enough to carry you through the full 3200 meters. The optimal requirement is usually something like 1200 stamina plus 2 gold stamina skills, or 1000 stamina plus 3 gold stamina skills. For white stamina skills, they are weaker versions of the gold ones. Roughly speaking, about 3 to 4 white stamina skills equal to 1 gold. So you can make up some of the difference that way, but you'll still need a solid stamina foundation. So, how do we actually reach those requirements? The easiest way is to pick Umas that naturally come with a gold stamina recovery skill. Some great examples here are Majila McQueen, Agnes Tachyon, Goroshi, and others. When it comes to support decks, you've got two main routes. You can go with 3 speed, 3 stamina cards, or 4 speed, 2 stamina. Both work, and the method is basically the same one I explained in my ultimate long range guide. Personally, I highly recommend using the SSR Majila McQueen to grab cooldown, and SSR Super Creek for swinging Maestro. Stats wise, these two are very reliable, and they give you strong recovery tools. Now, in terms of stats, the ideal line looks something like 1200 speed, 1000 stamina, 800 power, 400 guts, and 400 wit, with 3 gold stamina skills. But, as you can imagine, this is really hard to reach in practice, especially if you don't have whale level support cards. A more realistic spread would be something like 1000 speed, 1000 stamina, 700 power, 400 guts, and 350 wit with 3 gold stamina skills, with long S that could boost some missing speed. And of course, the more speed you can squeeze in, the better. Now let's talk about recommended Umas. At the top, in S tier, we have Goroshi and Narita Taishin. The reason is pretty simple. Goroshi's unique skill is extremely powerful, and Taishin comes with Enforcing Shadow, which is the gold version of Straightaway Spurt. Both also have a gold stamina recovery, which makes them much more reliable over 3,200 meters. In A tier, we have Original Majiro McQueen, Daiwa Scarlet, and Super Creek. Now, McQueen and Daiwa are both strong thanks to their unique and what's called a lucky pace chaser, which is a term I took from Urakagi. To explain quickly, a pace chaser can sometimes take the lead if there are no true front runners, which gives them a strong position. For more detail on this, you can check out Urakagi's video, where it's broken down really well. With Daiwa and McQueen have solid gold stamina skills, while Super Creek's unique acts like a gold stamina skill, and she also brings swinging maestro herself. This means you can somewhat reduce the stamina needed for Super Creek, therefore it's easier to reach the desired speed while having enough stamina. For B tier, we've got Agnes Tachyon, Biwa Hayahide, and Symboli Rudolph. Tachyon ends up slightly weaker than Super Creek because of her unique. Even though both are recovery based, Super Creek's activates in 2nd to 4th place, while Tachyon's only works in 3rd to 4th, so it's harder to trigger. Biwa brings 2 gold stamina skills and a decent unique. Rudolph has a very powerful unique skill, but you kind of have to run her as an end closer to make it line up with straightaway spurt. The problem is that late surgers are generally weaker, and if you try running her as a pace chaser, her unique often won't activate. There's also a special mention here. Frontrunner Harurara. She's not a main ace, but she's valuable in team comps because she prevents lucky pace chasers from activating and also lowers the chance of Taishin's Sleeping Lion triggering. So, if you don't want to raise a lucky pace chaser yourself, Harurara can help fill that role. Now let's move into team building. The first option is what I'd call the orthodox team. A lucky pace chaser plus another lucky pace chaser or Taishin plus Goroshi. The nice thing here is that all 3 members are actually capable of winning races, though it can take longer to train them up. The second option is a little bit easier to build. A lucky pace chaser plus either Tachyon or Creek plus Goroshi. The reason this works better for many players is that Tachyon and Creek can get by with only 2 gold stamina skills instead of 3. That saves you from rerunning due to bad skill rolls, like when McQueen gives you deep breaths instead of cooldown, or when Special Week gives you Hydrate instead of Gourmand. The third team is what I'd call the annoying team. This one uses Frontrunner Harurara plus Tachyon or Creek plus Goroshi. The idea is Harurara blocks other people's lucky pace chasers, while also boosting the activation chance of your Tachyon or Creek's unique. And finally, there's the evil team. This is Harurara plus a debuffer plus 1 ace, like Tachyon, Creek or Goroshi. Now, debuffers are weaker in this cup because there aren't really strong gold debuff skills, but they can still knock out opponents who are running borderline stamina. The downside is if your ace isn't strong enough, or if the stamina is just unlucky due to bad RNG, you pretty much auto lose. So it's a high risk, high reward comp, which also saves you lots of time. And that's basically it. To be honest, I think CY Games is being a little harsh, putting a 3,200 meter cup as only the second champions meeting. For most regular players, it's really difficult to reach the desired stats with the support cards we have, especially with the accelerated schedule. This cup really shows the difference between whales and free-to-play players, and I totally agree with the people calling it the Whale Cup. But hey, that's the challenge in front of us. So if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please make sure to comment, like, share and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. This is Kami. See you next time.